Strictly star Debbie McGee reveals the beauty secrets that keep her looking good on the dance floor at 59. Every time the flexible McGee was on the show, social media would explode with compliments, mostly along the lines of, "Those legs." She missed out on the Glitter Ball trophy, but if Strictly Come Dancing had a prize for age-defying beauty, Debbie McGee would have won it. Every time the flexible 59-year-old was on the show, social media would explode with compliments, mostly along the lines of, "Those legs." She even did the splits 3 times in one night. But the former magician's assistant says her perfect body is easier to achieve than you may think. Debbie says it's down to yoga, outdoor exercise, a healthy diet and supplements, all things anyone can try. After revealing yesterday how she dealt with criticism over her age gap with late husband Paul Daniels, now we look at her beauty tips. Health. Debbie stays in tip-top condition thanks to a blend of vitamins and minerals, some more unconventional than others. She particularly swears by her omega and fish oil supplements, which are known to lower blood pressure and help prevent heart disease, and she carried an emergency pack of vitamins with her to dance rehearsals. "I love my food and health supplements," she said. "I always have tablets in my handbag and stick one into my water bottle if I need a bit of energy, it peps me up." But there is another supplement Debbie also swears by that isn't so well known, the silver-based liquid she uses to fend off winter bugs. "I have a spoonful of active silver every morning, which builds up your immune system," she said. The silver supplement contains colloidal silver, microscopic particles suspended in water, which many believe help ward off infection, boost the immune system and treat everything from acne to eye infections. Hollywood actress Gwyneth Paltrow is also a fan, and uses hers to ward off germs when she goes on flights. Now, thanks to the Debbie effect, it's finding its way into more bathroom cabinets. Sales have increased 30-fold since she first revealed her secret last month. Debbie buys hers for £17 a bottle from Active Silver, which was launched 2 years ago by former communications worker Lucy Roberts and her father Dick Goodall. He has been involved in the water treatment industry for 40 years and has been making colloidal silver for over 20 years, including installing water purification systems in hospitals and airports. During the early 20th century, surgeons routinely used silver sutures to reduce the risk of infection, and in the First World War soldiers used silver leaf to treat wounds. Although silver was sidelined when the widespread antibiotic use began, it's still found in sticking plasters and dressings. And it's used as the coating on hospital implements and catheters to prevent infection, as well as the water systems in space shuttles. Hair and beauty. Debbie has become famous for her Barbie doll do, either wearing her ash blonde hair up in a messy bun or loose around her shoulders. She perfected the manicured look as her husband's assistant on the Paul Daniels Magic Show, and hasn't ever let that image drop. She even made sure her hair looked perfect every day when she was nursing him at home in his final weeks. In a moving interview after Paul died of a brain tumor aged 77 in March last year, Debbie told how important it was to her to look beautiful for him in his final days. She said, "I smiled, I put my makeup on and did my hair every day." On Strictly, she was groomed to perfection, always bronzed and made up with lashings of bright lipstick and jet black mascara. A natural brunette, she has been dyeing her hair blonde since the 90s, and she styles it with rollers. And she is no stranger to using fake tan, always looking bronzed and glowing, although she did have a bit of a makeup mishap before appearing at the Blackpool Tower Ballroom special, where she was caught with fake tan stains on the palms of her hands. Debbie believes the way to look your best is to find a style that suits who you are as a person. She says of her famous bleached blonde hairdo, "I know it looks a bit Barbie dollish, but it suits my personality. And, if I want to be more elegant, I put it up." Fitness. Viewers were gobsmacked at how easily she glided across the Strictly dance floor. And she was the first contestant to score a perfect 40 this series, thanks to her tango with partner Giovanni Pernis, 27. But it was her flexibility as much as her footwork that left the judges in awe. Bruno Tonioli described her as very, very bendy and said she danced like a 20-year-old. So how does she do it? It's no secret that the magician's assistant was a ballet dancer in her teens and early 20s, but Debbie insists her ability to do splits and leg lifts now is actually thanks to a careful blend of yoga and Pilates. I don't think my ballet training has helped me on Strictly, it's my yoga, she says. Debbie, who prefers classes over gym workouts, says she stretches her muscles several times a week with Ashtanga yoga, which focuses on holding postures rather than flowing movements. She says, I've always been fit and do an 8 a.m. Ashtanga yoga or Pilates class at my local gym 3 or 4 times a week, she said. It keeps you supple and strong and maintains your core. When she's not stretching and toning at her classes, Debbie says she's never been one for the gym, and prefers the great outdoors for a spot of exercise, preferably gardening or cycling. She says, I've never been a gym girl. I did go to the gym for a couple of years and it's the only time I ever got injured. Instead, I walk or cycle for 15 minutes every morning. And I have an indoor exercise bike if the weather's bad. Joelle Pettit, 33, has been teaching Ashtanga yoga to Debbie for a year in Maidenhead, Berkshire. She agrees that yoga is something many people can try and says the downward dog is best for improving flexibility. She says, it builds both strength and flexibility, and helps to lengthen the back, hamstrings and calves, whilst strengthening upper body and core. Diet. Debbie admits that she loves eating, and firmly believes that the best dietary advice is to have everything in moderation. She certainly doesn't believe in the extreme diets, like the famed maple syrup diet. In fact, if she ever feels like she's having a fat day, Debbie just cuts out the sugar and refined carbohydrates. She says, the heaviest I get is 8 I'm 5 feet 1 in. If I've put on a few pounds, I go easy on bread, goodness and loading up her plate with greens. She said, I love smoothies, but only have the occasional one because they are sugary. I eat salads and include as many vegetables in my diet as possible. Debbie admitted she developed a voracious appetite when she started on Strictly, and so she piled up her breakfast plate with protein. High-protein breakfasts are well known to help curb your appetite and make you feel fuller for longer. As a consequence, they can also prevent you putting on weight as they stop mid-morning sugar cravings in their tracks. Debbie said of her Strictly training diet, I have a big breakfast every morning. Generally, I have mashed avocado on toast with 2 poached eggs and bacon,